If ever a whiz there was. A study over the rainbow by Theatrical Garbage. The Wizard of Oz is a beloved classic American tale that has captivated audiences for many generations. And they tell us that right there in the front, right at the opening of the film. You're gonna like this because you've always liked it. At the heart of the enduring appeal of The Wizard of Oz is the rich thematic elements and the compelling character archetypes that permeate the story. Even in the black and white opening sequence, we feel that in our own lives, even though we see color over and over right there in the black and white. We feel it. The film's origins can be traced back to L. Frank Baum's 1900 novel, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, which was later adapted for the screen by screenwriters Noel Langley, Florence Ryerson, and Edgar Allan Wolfe. However, it was the 1939 MGM film adaptation directed by Victor Fleming that cemented The Wizard of Oz's status as a cultural touchstone. In the opening black and white segment, we are introduced to the character of Miss Elmira Gulch, the cantankerous neighbor who threatens to have Dorothy's beloved dog Toto destroyed. This character is deemed the Wicked Witch. Her archetype is the evil authority figure. It sets the stage for the central conflict that will drive the narrative of Dorothy's trip through Oz. Miss Gulch's cold, uncompromising demeanor and her willingness to use her power to harm a defenseless animal speak to the themes of abuse of power and the struggle against oppressive forces and the impact of loyalty and compassion. Similarly, the character of Dorothy Gale, played by the iconic Judy Garland, embodies the classic hero archetype. Risk it all, risk everything to save the helpless. Dorothy's dissatisfaction with her life on the Kansas farm, her desire for adventure and self-discovery, and her ultimate triumph over the forces of darkness mirror the timeless narrative of the young protagonist who must venture forth, overcome obstacles, and ultimately find courage, wisdom, and heart within themselves. And then they are able to return home. The introduction of Aunt Em and Uncle Henry in the black and white segment also serves to establish the themes of family, community, and the comforts of home. These supporting characters represent the stability and security that Dorothy craves, even as she is drawn into the fantastical world of Oz. As the film transitions into its vibrant Technicolor world, the thematic and character development continues to unfold in a discovering, exploding with color way. The world is distorted. The people are distorted. The actions and reactions to accidents, to things that are out of Dorothy's control, that are out of anyone's control. A tornado, the wind, the wind, the wind. Accompanying Dorothy on her quest are a trio of equally captivating companion archetypes: the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion. Each of these characters represents a different aspect of the human experience and searches within themselves and outside of themselves for personal fulfillment. The Scarecrow's quest for intelligence speaks to the importance of education, wisdom, power, and the mind to overcome adversity. The Tin Man's search for a compassionate heart, meanwhile, explores themes of emotional repression and the healing power of love, and what happens when you just stand there crying for too long and you rust up and you go nowhere. The Cowardly Lion's journey to find courage and self-confidence taps into universal anxieties about fear and insecurity, while also highlighting that transformative feeling of hope, potential, and belief. In fighting that cowardice, not because someone's looking. That's not actually the most difficult time to fight back the tears. It's harder. It's harder when people are around sometimes to find courage. Courage that isn't performative. Like in the beginning, when we meet the Cowardly Lion, he's performative until she slaps him. And that looks to the film's exploration of deeper thematic concerns, such as the struggle against an oppressive power that seems impossible to topple. Sometimes it's not going after the ultimate evil. Sometimes it's being the ultimate good and helping people that are hurt by the ultimate evil. Doing your best to protect the innocent. Doing your best. Not going after the ultimate evil. It gets you nowhere. Not going to the level of the ultimate evil, not using the tricks of the ultimate evil, but facing it by helping other people. The Scarecrow catches on fire, and Dorothy isn't looking to attack evil. She isn't throwing an oppressive force. She isn't using magic. Not at least in whatever properties are that melt the witch. What she's doing is trying to help someone else. She's trying to protect. She's trying to put out the fire. And some of it misses. And in Dorothy's throwing of the water, outside of all themes and symbols and all of these things, she was not attacking. She wasn't even defending herself. She was protecting. And in her protecting, she overcame. And the trophy is a broom, because the broom gets her to what she wants. It is the trophy. It's the antlers. It's the scars. It's the PTSD. Built of magic. and given to the least magical person in all of Oz, the wizard. She didn't have to do it. She didn't do it on purpose. Just like her sister. And Dorothy was protecting Toto in the beginning. At least to a certain degree. Then the wind began to switch the house to pitch. The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West by Gregory Maguire, which serves as the basis for the popular Broadway musical Wicked and the film, which I just saw tonight, and absolutely blown away by it. Not as much as the musical, obviously. Musical live theater. Dear God, if we could just connect musical theater and outer space, just might be able to save the world. Or at least annoy aliens so much that they have to come and be like, hey, knock it off. We're here. We listen to you guys sometimes, but oh my God. At the heart of the novel is the character Elphaba. And Wicked reimagines her origin story. She is the Wicked Witch of the West. And The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West is a bold, imaginative reimagining of the Wizard of Oz story, told from this perspective of a much maligned Wicked Witch of the West by delving into the backstory and motivations of this infamous character. Maguire has crafted a rich and thought-provoking exploration. A journey on what it is to be good or what it is to be evil. Maguire's crafted this moment for us to pause and ask ourselves, who is the villain? And if they never change, you know it's the villain. And if they change for the better, well, perhaps they have other valuable traits. At the heart of the novel of Wicked is Elphaba, a young woman born with emerald green skin. She struggles to find her place in the world. Maguire's portrayal of Elphaba subverts the traditional Wicked Witch archetype, presenting her as a complex and sympathetic and often misunderstood protagonist. And this trend has gone through a lot of Disney's dealing with evil. Almost if they think they can rewrite evil. Loki is good evil, right? What do we call it? Is like in Dungeons and Dragons, it's like chaotic lawful evil, or unlawful good, I think it is. Unlawful chaotic good. Yes. And Cruella de Vil becomes Emma Stone. And, she wore the skin of Dalmatians on her jacket in the cartoon. So we come back and now she's a sympathetic character. And the reason why is because they have invested so much into these characters that they themselves know that they can go back and update them in this way. Avoiding the tropes of the kids, loving Freddy Krueger or Jason or Chucky.